Okay, TJ, so before we begin, we have our first client. Her name is Doris Borchak, and it's her first visit today. And as our student practicum, we are going to allow her to come in, and if she feels comfortable with having you here, then we will go over the intake form that was presented to us. And again, if she feels comfortable, you can ask some questions. So we will first see how she feels. If not, then I'll ask you to step out if you don't mind. Okay. But if she's okay with that, then we will get you to step in. And before my clients all come in, sometimes I practice some grounding techniques to help me feel more centered. I sometimes will practice deep breathing, in through my nose, out through my mouth. I will have a drink of water, or sometimes I will just chew some gum to help calm my nerves and make myself feel centered. So, okay? Do you want a drink of water or anything before we begin?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go and get our client Doris, and the intake form that was presented to us, just an overview briefly, was she's a single mother. She lives in Scarborough. She is reaching out for assistance in regards to housing, food, shelter, and help in regards to her son, Jarvis, I believe it is, but I'm sure we'll get more clarification on her situation. Okay, I'll go get her. Hi, Doris. My name's Maggie. Nice to meet you. Please sit down.
Hi.
This is my student. He actually goes to, what is it, Sheridan?
Sheridan.
Yeah, and he's in the social service worker program.
Okay.
I was just wondering, before we begin, do you mind if he sits in with us on our...
Yeah, that's no problem.
If you feel uncomfortable at all, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
He is okay to leave. He said he doesn't mind, and he wouldn't take it to offense at all. Okay, so before we begin, did you get here okay? Our session was supposed to start at 3. It's a little late. Did you find it okay?
Yeah, I stopped at Tim Hortons on the way, and it was a little bit of a wait there.
Oh, good, but you managed to get here okay?
Yeah, it was okay.
Good. Good
traffic.
I know. You said you live in Scarborough, I was told, correct?
Yes.
Oh, good. So not too far from here.
My mom, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
She's watching my son right now, so I may have to check in a little bit.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. That's fine. If you wanted to leave at all, or if you don't feel comfortable, if you have something to do, that's completely fine. Just let me know. It's an open door policy. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Okay. And before we begin, we do have a a confidentiality form here at the Redwood. And this form, basically, you have your coffee too, so if you do want a drink of water, just let me know. Our confidentiality form, it just goes over our policy here at the Redwood, and if we feel that you are at harm to yourself or anyone else, then that is the only time that we would have to break confidentiality. But other than that, this information that we discuss stays strictly within this room between myself, TJ, and of course yourself, and my supervisor if he asks any questions or if he needs to know anything that's been going on.
Okay.
Are you okay with that? If that's basically what it says here, everything. If you would like to sign there and date, I believe it is March 31st, 30th?
30th?
I think so.
My days are all confused.
Yes. Thank you, and I will sign here. Okay. So, what brings you here at the Redwood?
I went to the doctor's the other day, and I've just been feeling a little overwhelmed and a little bit stressed, and I have a lot going on right now. And she referred me here just because I need some assistance. I need to get out of my mom's house and kind of get on my feet. But I have a son, Jarvis.
Oh, great! How old is he?
18 months.
Oh, very nice.
He's super cute. He's a good baby.
Is he good? Yeah. Is he sleeping through the night?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm a little tired.
Lack of sleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's difficult.
Not great. But I only have my high school diploma, right? So my options are limited. But yeah, I wanna be sustainable and be on my own and be independent without my mom. She's kind of pressuring me to get my shit together.
You said you live in her house?
Yeah, I live in a basement.
Oh, in her basement apartment. Oh, okay. And how long have you been there for?
I would say a couple months.
A few months? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
A while.
How does Jarvis like it?
It's small. Yeah. And he's growing, right?
Yeah.
So I just
bet his toys take up so much room.
I step on them all the time. Yeah, it's not great. But I just want a space to have his own. I didn't really grow up in a big house or anything either, so I just want him to have a better life than I did.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
I want that. I want to get a job maybe. I want to continue education. I have a lot that I want, and I just
well, that's
don't
great.
know.
Very good. You're very hopeful, very determined. It sounds like so far.
Correct, for my son's sake.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Definitely have the best future for the both of you, healthy and stable. Correct?
Yeah, Dad's not really in the picture right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask his name?
Lenny.
Oh, okay, yeah. Lenny. Were you guys together a long time prior to Jarvis?
Yeah, we met when we were in high school, and then
very nice.
I got pregnant at a young age, and he has some issues with the law.
Okay.
So he's not with us right now, but hopefully when he gets out, maybe we can work something out.
Oh, okay, so he's in jail right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does he get to see Jarvis at all?
I just don't want to take him in that environment.
Fair enough. Absolutely.
He knows his dad, and I always think that a son should have his father, but I don't want to take him there.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you keep in contact with his correctional officer? So
that's the only contact I've had with him.
Oh, okay.
Is just through his lawyers and stuff. So.
And how long has Lenny been in jail for? Is this a recent thing?
He's always in the now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now he's in for a while.
Yes. Do you mind if I ask how your relationship was with him prior to having Jarvis?
It was okay. We had our rough patches, but I think that he loves me. He just can be a little controlling and overbearing sometimes. But that's what you do when you're protective, I guess, right?
What do you mean by controlling and overbearing?
He just doesn't. He needs to know what I'm doing all the time, and he needs to approve.
Okay.
So I guess I've never really been independent, so I guess maybe that's where I get it from. It's just like I like that sense of direction, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have friends that you can confide in, like an outer circle? I know you said you live with your mom.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Not much. Lenny doesn't really like some girls that I hang out with because they don't like him. So.
Okay. So there's a bit of a conflict.
Yeah.
So
and when you have a son, you just want to do what's best for him. So.
Puts you in an awkward situation, does it not?
A little.
How does it make you feel?
A little isolated.
Absolutely.
I don't really have anyone to talk to because Lenny doesn't really like to talk about feelings.
What about your mom?
She's a little.
Should we start with her relationship if you feel comfortable talking about this?
Yeah,
I'm asking you so many questions. I apologize.
It's okay. She's there now.
Okay.
She hasn't always really been. We love each other, and it's there. It's just not always present.
That mother-daughter bond. Okay.
She's more focused on her.
Okay.
And she loves me and she loves Jarvis, but she wants us to have our own space.
What about your father?
Oh,
is he present?
No.
Okay.
He was gone a long time ago.
Okay. So it sounds like you grew up being very independent, very self-reliant. You relied on yourself most of the time.
It's hard.
Self-efficacy. Okay.
Yeah. I do things on my own, but I need help.
Of course you do, especially with a young son. I can only imagine how difficult that is.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel, I guess, as you said, not really having a loyal support system that you could lean on?
I find myself always trying to take care of myself and always try and do things that, when I'm feeling stressed out, that make me happy. So I like to read and go on walks and stuff, but recently I haven't really had much time because I've been trying to look for a job. I've been trying to look into school and get everything figured out, look for a house that I can afford. I don't have a job right now, so that would be my first priority.
So your first goal is to definitely find a job.
Yes.
And then maybe get stable there.
Yeah.
Are you planning on staying in your mother's basement?
Until I have enough for first and last.
Okay, yes.
Maybe.
Okay, that's great. I know this is kind of jumping the gun, but we do, you can apply for social welfare, and you can get that so the government can assist you and your son Jarvis with living conditions.
Okay. That's good news.
Yes, it would be. Yeah. So we can look into that. We do have a social service broker. His name's Trey. He's going to come in here a little later, and I'm going to go out and I'll inform him of the situation that you have presented me with, and he will have flyers and pamphlets. He'll give you a little bundle of paper that you can read through, and with agencies that you can rely on, like food banks, clothing shelters, housing, and then of course here at the Redwood we do offer plenty of other services that we could do to assist yourself and your son.
daycare without?
Absolutely, yes. As if you fall under the social welfare, then the government also helps you with funding for subsidized daycare.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. There's a lot of different resources that are out there, and it's so hard because, as you said, you don't have anyone to rely on. So it's nice that you came here, and I see a lot of strength within you to come forward and lean on someone else for support, because from what you have told me, you're very independent, so this must have been a big step for you.
So it's weird. I wasn't really sure about it. I was like, no, I can figure it out on my own, but I can't figure it out on my own.
It's hard. You need someone to rely on, for sure.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone to actually talk to that wants to listen.
So what about Jarvis? Tell me a little bit about him.
He's super cute.
Yeah, so.
I love him. He's a little rambunctious one. You know, he's getting to that age where he says no.
Oh, is he? No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But I don't know. I think I just want him to have a better life than I did.
Absolutely.
I just want him to have a family, which is why I think maybe I hold on to Lenny so much. I never had a father, so I want him to have one.
Have a father, figure in his life. Because it's nice to have both the mother and father, regardless if they're together or not, because there's different traits that each can bring forward for their son. Yeah,
and I want him to have his own room and be able to, like, stay in one place and make friends and relationships. And I never really had that, so I moved around a bit.
So is Jarvis with your mom right now?
She agreed to watch him for an hour or so, just
very
while
nice.
I was here.
Good. Does that happen often? Do you ever get time to yourself?
Not much.
Okay.
Which is okay because I do love my son, but sometimes you need a little bit of alone time.
Yeah, for sure. Just sometimes even to go out and get some fresh air.
Just anything, yeah.
Do you do anything, I don't know if you're familiar with it, we call it grounding techniques, to help you feel more centered, to help you relieve some stress, make you feel more centered, more calm, and just basically in tune with yourself. There's different things a lot of people like to do. I believe you said you like to read.
Yeah.
So what else do you like to do?
I try and practice meditation.
Oh, very nice.
Really good for you, so
Yoga?
I do. Yeah. If I have time, but with a little son,
it's hard to
around.
Keep that calm.
It's not great. But yeah, no, I do. I have more of like a Buddhist mindset. Like I read up a lot about Buddhism, and I don't really have any.
One of my best friends is actually Buddhist.
Yeah. It's good. It's
believes in karma, I believe.
Karma,
right? Yes.
Everything goes around, comes around. Whatever happens, happens. Like the universe only gives you so much that you can handle, stuff like that. That I really think that even though I may have had a rough upbringing, maybe that's what I was supposed to have, just to make myself stronger.
Make you the person you are today.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's the reason.
Yeah.
Silver linings, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So tell me about a typical day in Doris's shoes. Yes, I would.
I generally wake up around 6 or 7, depending on what time Jarvis gets up.
Okay.
Obviously, I make him breakfast. I take him to daycare if I have the time. If he doesn't go every day, but sometimes. And then I oftentimes go and look for a job or look into schooling and what I want to do, try and figure that out. We go to the park a lot. And then I try and keep him busy, just so we tire him out, you know.
Yeah. What school have you thought about? Is there anyone in mind with you being from Scarborough?
Yeah, the commute is what's killing me for all of them.
Okay.
But I don't even really know what I want to do. I don't even know what I would do.
Okay.
I think I'd be good in a bank. I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, there's definitely ways to move up in that company.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. How about your transportation? You said your commutes are a little challenging.
We only have one car, and my mom.
Okay.
We split the payments and stuff.
Do you have your license though?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so getting a car would also be ideal, but one step at a time.
Yes, absolutely. There's lots of things that are, as I said, resources and agencies that are out there to help you. But if I remember correctly, you said that your main goal so far is to get a job.
Yes.
Get a job, get yourself on your feet, and then be able to afford first and last month's rent.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are starting small.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those are big steps. Even coming here was such a big step, and you know what? I'm very, even though this is my first time meeting you, I am very proud of you to say that you can, to reach out and say that, you know what, I do need a little bit of help, because everyone does need help every once in a while. I'm sure you need help in school sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a hard balancing school in life.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me so far at all?
I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm a little nervous.
Are you? Oh, don't be nervous. It's very. It's an open door policy. I want you to feel comfortable. Everything that, as I said, discussed remains confidential between you and I, and of course, CJ.
That's awesome. How long do you think it would take for me to get my own place?
Okay, so if we were, I'm
guessing.
Yes, I can't give you all the answers, like especially with today being our first session, I can't give you all the answers that you would like, and nor obviously can I answer questions for you, but I can help give you the proper resources that are out there to help facilitate you onto the next step. So like if I could get my partner trained here, he would be able to give you information about the different agencies, and then after you read up on them, maybe you could come back to me if you feel comfortable and you would like to. We could do another session and we could look forward on the different pamphlets and you can tell me which ones have caught your interest. And then we would go through on finding a job and the different possibilities that are out there, because there are a lot that would help accommodate you and your son Jarvis, because obviously he's the number one priority, right? You have to.
He is the reason I do everything.
Yes, absolutely. I don't doubt that. So, and we want to make sure it's suitable for both yourself and Jarvis, that it doesn't cause any conflicts, right? The timing and the shifts and just that kind of fact.
Hopefully, day shifts would be ideal, because my mom doesn't really want to watch him all the time. She's a lovely lady, but I think I'm getting on her nerves.
It's hard living in someone else's house, isn't it? Being under their rules.
And she just wants to have her own life.
Does she?
That's fair, I guess.
I
mean, I'm old enough, I should be on my own, but it's hard.
It is, absolutely. It's hard. Everything is so expensive, even groceries, and oh my gosh, I bet diapers for Jarvis. I bet you'll be happy once he's potty trained.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait.
Good.
He'll learn fast. He's smart. Knock on wood.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you feel comfortable if I bring in our social service broker, Trey, as I said, and he will go over the agencies that are available. But before I do that, do you mind if I just recap so I can have a good insight on everything? And if I'm missing any key points on what we have just gone over, please do not hesitate to correct me if I pronounce something wrong or if I misunderstood you. Okay. So your son Jarvis, he's 18 months?
Yes.
18 months. Okay, good. And then, so it's basically the two of you. You live in your mother's basement apartment right now. And his father is Lenny. He's not involved in it because he's in jail currently.
Yes.
No supervision with him, no visits or anything like that.
Not yet.
And your relationship with your mother, it's not the most stable, but it is loving. You both are obviously there for each other, but it's not that mother-daughter relationship you've always dreamt of.
Yes. It's not like the ones on TV that you see.
Oh, I know. They're never like that. Trust me. Okay, and so your main goal, as we've said, is to find a job and hopefully figure out something you could do for subsidized daycare for Jarvis while you're at work, and then once you have your job, you can save up first and last month's rent, and then find your own place.
Yes.
And then in a few more steps, we will work towards getting yourself maybe a new career or going to school or something. But we're going to take it slow because, you know what, one step at a time. These are great goals. You're very ambitious, and I respect you and your decisions that you're making. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the right track and we're on the same ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're okay if I bring my coworker in here? I'm going to go and inform him of everything that you have told me. And then when I come back, I am going to ask you some assessment questions, and then we could just continue talking. And then I'm sure you have some questions. If you feel up to it, that's fine. If not, I can ask them, as I said, because I know it is nerve-wracking. It's your first time coming in here. So I will bring him in, and then we will go from there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you need to go to the bathroom at all?
I'm just going to check my phone.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, go ahead. We'll give you a sec. So when Doris comes back, we are just going to, when I come back, we'll just go over the assessment form, and then we are going to go over the assessment form and then some questions that you have for me. Okay? All right, Doris, you can sit down. I'll go bring in my coworker Trey, all right?
Yeah.
You okay here so far?
So far, so good.
Okay.
How's school going?
School is it's stressful.
It's stressful, but you're almost done, right?
Yeah, I'm almost done, so it's good.
That's good.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I'll be your social service broker today.
I'm Doris.
I'm John.
Nice to meet you.
How's your day been?
It was okay. The Tim Hortons line was kind of long, but no complaints.
Is everything going well so far?
So far, so good.
That is good. Well, I have been informed of your issues, and I'm going to recommend you to a few agencies that should be able to help you out.
Awesome.
Okay. The agencies will be, that benefits you, obviously. Just reiterating what I'm saying, okay?
Help you a little.
First agency would be the Food Bank, Canadian Red Cross, Scarborough Drop-In Center, and Connoisseur Place Employment and Welfare Assistance. Okay. Do you have any further questions?
Not yet. I'm sure I will.
Okay, but...
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay. But if you do have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask, because, I'll be here. I'm willing to answer.
What is the employment agency? Is that just helping like build my resume?
Yes, just help you build your resume and help you, basically get a job. Yeah, secure a job for sure. So, yes. And, so in this folder, I have a set of brochures and pretty much information on each of the agencies that should be able to assist you.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Thank you.
And my contact information and business card will be in there also.
Okay.
So if you have any
call you
problem,
at any time?
yeah, anytime. And if I don't answer, I'll get right back to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, nice meeting you.
So, your SSW will be back in here, Maggie, to ask you.
She's really nice.
Yeah, she's very nice. She does a good job at what she does, okay? I'll say that myself. Yes, I'm glad she decided to work with us. And so, she'll be back in for your assessment questions.
And then that's all she wrote.
So, as you know, so have a nice day.
Yes,
it was
thank
very
you so
nice
much.
to meet
It was
you.
nice meeting you.
Good job, sir. Thank you. All right. Nice day.
Can you go on this and give her the other room number?
He was a character.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Hi, Doris.
Hi.
How did everything go?
Good.
Did you get a lot of information that was needed?
Yeah, I got the pamphlets and I can read over them tonight.
Good. So again, if you have any questions, just let me know and we will go over them together if you'd like, if you do feel comfortable booking another session.
Okay.
If not, then you can go from there.
Yeah.
But as I said, I do have some assessment questions that are needed.
Okay.
So, this is just the tedious paperwork, so just bear with me when I do go over this with you. Okay, so, what is, Doris, what's your last name, sorry?
Borchuk.
Borchuk, B-O-R-C-H-U-K?
Yes.
C-K. What's your middle name, sorry?
Marie.
What's your date of birth, Doris?
January 27th. 19.
Okay. And for your sex, are you male, female, or non-binary?
Female.
And your address?
212 Parkdale, Parkdale Road.
Okay. And your city? Scarborough.
Yeah.
And your postal code?
L7G 621.
Okay. And do you feel comfortable giving an email or phone number?
Phone number is
like the best contact
It would
information.
be phone number, so it would be.
Is this your cell phone number or your? Okay.
647 8688 3124.
Okay. And your marital status? Are you common law, single, married?
I would say
Single. Okay. Doing very well. And what was the length of your relationship with Lenny? I believe his name was.
Yeah. A long time. I can't remember. Like 16 in high school. So 16, like 5 years.
5 years.
Confidently 5 years.
Okay. And what is Lenny's date of birth? Do you remember?
Yeah.
I know us females are always so good with dates.
I know. It's October 21st. I don't remember the year.
That's
I should know that.
Okay, and the one child, Jarvis.
Yes.
And what was you said your physician referred you. What was your physician's name?
Dr. Jenner.
Dr. Jenner. And what was the phone number? Do you recall? If not, that's fine.
I can check my phone.
Sure, if you'd like, that's okay.
So 226
226
700
700.
1519.
Okay. And do you have an emergency contact? I know you said your circle of friends are fairly small, but is there anyone that you could...
I guess you can call my mom.
Okay, and what's her name?
Alexandra.
Okay. And we have gone over everything. What are your reasons for taking counseling?
I just
You said-
need support, and I need to find resources of how I can get back on my feet and be a little more independent.
Okay. And what are your goals? We said to...
For school, get a job.
Job, absolutely.
First and last month's rent.
Yeah? And
Hopefully go to school eventually.
school, okay. 3 major goals. That's wonderful. Any past counseling for mental or emotional support? Okay. And the next one I'm going to ask you, this is the risk assessment.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as I said, if you do feel uncomfortable answering any of these questions, just let me know and we'll simply move on to the next one, okay? I don't want you to feel like you're obligated to answer them because I know some of them could be a touchy subject. So I just, again, want you to feel as comfortable as possible. Are there any suicide attempts of ideation?
No.
Any homicide attempts?
No.
Any forms of abuse, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, sexual?
No.
No? A little bit of hesitation, no?
Just, I don't know, Lenny gets aggressive sometimes, but he's not here now, so it's okay.
Aggressive. So would you feel comfortable if I clarified it as past abusive,
Yeah.
but no more?
No.
Okay. Any concerns of drug or alcohol use?
No.
Any problems because of alcohol or drug use in the past, present? Okay. Any concerns related to gambling?
No. Not good. No, I don't like it.
Okay.
It's not a thing.
Okay. And then the last part of this is our screening. We have 0 is going to be no, not at all, and 3 is nearly every day. So we're going to ask you questions. They're called scaling questions, and you're just going to give me the number from either 0, 1, 2, or 3. Okay? So over the past 2 weeks, how often have you been influenced by the following? Been anxious.
3.
Not been able to have any control or stop worrying.
Oh, like 1.
Worrying about too many different things.
3.
Trouble relaxing.
2.
So restless that it is hard to sit still, so similar to the other one.
I just have a son who's young, so like I never am sitting still.
You're always busy. Picking up
Yeah.
toys, cleaning,
Yeah.
changing diapers, oh yes.
Cooking, everything.
Okay, so what would you say for that?
The 2, I guess, but it just doesn't bother me.
You're becoming easily annoyed or irritable.
Okay, 0.
And over the last 2 weeks, again, the 0 to 3, little interest in doing things. 3 being nearly every day, and 0 being no, not at all.
0.
Feeling down or depressed.
1.
Trouble falling asleep or staying asleep.
I have a son. So we'll go with 1.
1. Okay, feeling tired or having no energy.
1.
1. Appetite, no appetite or overeating.
2.
And trouble concentrating.
2.
Okay. So most of these, as we add them up, it shows that you have a bit of, obviously, anxiety. That is because of the things that have been, going on in your life. And I don't doubt it. So, do you mind if, we're just about done, but do you mind if I get TJ to ask a few questions here? Okay, would you like to grab our computer, our agency's computer? Okay, and I'll just ask you one more time. I know I keep repeating myself, but are you sure you're okay with our my student practicum here TJ asking some questions. They're on our agency's computer, and we always go over them with our clients for the first time, so we can just get a sense of their feelings, how they are, and just kind of the environmental factors that are going on that are influencing how they feel.
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go and grab the
Sure.
computer? It's on my desk over there. Just a few questions.
Not too bad.
Okay.
Just have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
How have you managed to survive or thrive thus far, given all the challenges you have faced?
I think I do pretty well for myself, despite all my dad leaving and then my mom constantly being in unstable relationships and us not having a really good relationship, and then jumping in with Lenny, having a kid young. I think that I'm mediocre. I think that I could do better. I think that I could be doing a lot worse.
I feel like you're doing very well for
Yeah,
yourself.
Me too.
Your attitude's very positive, and I think that's what keeps you going and drives you. So.
Yeah, I just don't like to look at the negative. There's no good in that.
Is there anything that you learned about yourself or the world during your challenges?
I've learned that you have to kind of rely on yourself. You can't really like go to anyone else for anything. You just kind of have to do it yourself. Granted, like my mom helps me out a lot, but I know that ultimately, eventually, I'm gonna be on my own, and it's just gonna be me and my son. So that's where I'm at. That.
Okay. Well, you said your mom helps you out a lot.
Yeah.
So is she like someone you can really rely on or depend on, like in time of struggles?
Sometimes she's good. Sometimes she's not so great. She doesn't really like to talk about feelings a lot,
Okay.
and she kind of wants to do her own thing and have her own life, and she thinks that I should be on my own because I'm old enough. But she's there if I really need her, and I can depend on her. But she's kind of been influencing me to get out and be on my own and do my own thing.
Okay. Is there anyone else you can depend on?
Not really. No.
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you there if you don't mind. How does it make you feel when your mom kind of not pressures you, but is having a large influence on your life and getting a job and going back to school? How does that make you feel?
Stressed out. Yeah, I feel like there's always a time clock, and I feel like I annoy her, and I'm like walking on eggshells living with her, which I just don't want to do anymore.
Do you feel like she gets frustrated with things?
I think she gets short-tempered with me sometimes because I should be on my own. I'm old enough, but it's a struggle. So we have our good days and we have our bad days. But I just feel anxious and I feel like I'm bothering her, which is kind of sucks. But I mean, parents have that relationship with their kids, right?
It's challenging. It is.
Yeah.
Are there any organizations or groups that you go to that are helpful to you?
Not really. There's a couple moms at the park when I take Jarvis, and I'm not really friends with them. We don't really hang out anytime other than just like small talks in the park. But it's good to know that some people, like, I've met single moms too, so that's really my only outlet. Just tips and stuff, but I only see them once or twice a month. So.
Okay. When things were going well in life, what was different?
I don't know. Describe well.
Would you say things were better prior to, not that Jarvis is a burden at all, because of course he's not, but would you say your life was easier and your relationship with Lenny was better?
I think Jarvis made my life better.
Absolutely.
Just because I didn't really have any direction or purpose when I didn't have him, and now everything I do is for him. So I have like a goal and like life settings that I just want to live up to now, and before I didn't. I was just kind of doing whatever I wanted when I wanted, and now everything I do is for him.
Okay.
What moments or incidents in your life have given you special understanding, resilience, and guidance?
I think watching my mom be in an abusive relationship kind of opened my eyes to like how easy it is for it to happen, and I'm wondering if maybe I'm following in those footsteps with Lenny. Like I let him control most of my life when he's around. I think those are like the big moments that really opened my eyes. And then my dad leaving, not really having that support when I was younger, or like a male role model or anything. I don't really know what a healthy relationship with a male should be like.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really seen any.
What do you want out of life now? Are there any hopes for the future?
I want my son to have a better life than I did when I was younger. I want him to have his own room and us to be in a stable home and be there for years and build a life and have foundation and traditions in one place instead of moving moving everywhere. I want him to have friendships that last long, and like connections and maybe supports that aren't just himself or me.
Yeah. Do you plan on bringing Lenny back into his life?
I would never keep a father from his son, but I think that our relationship is over. I say that now, but I don't really know what the future holds. But he can see his son and we'll like set things, but I have sole custody, so it'll be at my discretion and like what I feel is fit. And if he maybe gets his life on track, we can work something out more permanently. But as of right now, he can't. I'm not going to bring him to the prison. I just don't think it's a good place for a child.
Do you know if Lenny's going to be getting out anytime soon? Like, do you have a plan or when he does get out, when he wants to see him? Have you thought about visitation, anything like that, or are you just going to kind of?
I was just going to see how it goes.
Okay.
Just because we don't know how long it's going to take for his trial and everything. We don't know how long.
Sorry, it's going to be a few.
It's very undetermined right now.
Okay.
And so I just think maybe when I get some concrete answers, then maybe I can start thinking about that scenario in my life. But
one thing at a time.
Yeah, it's just a lot to think about.
Is there anything that I can help you to achieve your goals or recover?
I feel a little bit better even just like talking to someone about everything, just like getting it out there. Yeah. Normally I just have myself. So it was really, really good, and maybe getting a job, which you guys are going to help me with.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You guys are doing good so far.
It's always good to talk to someone.
Yeah.
What about if we ask this question here, to point upon her strengths? When people say
good things about you, what are you likely to say?
I normally don't believe them.
I'm the same way.
I know, I'm shocked. I'm like, what, really? Okay. But what else? I'm kidding. I get uncomfortable with compliments. I'm not really good at taking them.
Yeah.
I think that I focus negatively on myself, even though like I have a very positive outlook on the world. When it comes to me, it's a little different. Maybe something I can work on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about this one?
How will you know when things are going well in your life, and what will you be doing? Who will you be with? How will you be feeling, thinking, or acting?
I think if things are going well, I will feel less anxious. I'll have Jeffers will be in school, and I'll have a job, and I won't be so constantly worried about things.
Yeah.
If that happens, that would be great. But I think I still have a long way to go before that point comes, and I think I'm always just gonna be stressed out and anxious until then. But again, one step at a time. We'll get there. Just not right now.
Yeah. When was it that you began to believe that you might achieve some of the things you wanted in life?
I think when I decided to come here, it was like a really big step for me to come and talk to someone I don't really know about my problems, because I often think that people don't really care about anyone else.
Yeah.
So I think coming here today, I'm gonna make movements and goals and plans and do things on my own, hopefully.
How is it making you feel so far being here?
I have a little more motivation now.
Okay.
I'm feeling some more support and that I can actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was just kind of in my head, and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe. But now actually talking and that there's options and there's assistance that will help me achieve my goals. That's good.
I think that's it for the questions. Okay. So did Trey go over some of the agencies with you?
Just a little bit briefly. I kind of wanted to read them more on my own just so I could come back with questions and stuff. But we got the food bank, the drop-in center, and the employment one. I think the employment one is where I would start first. I just don't really know what it entails.
What's I know you said in when you go back to school and stuff, you think you would like to go into banking.
Yeah.
What field do you see yourself in? Just kind of as not like a temporary job, but just as a job currently, just to help you get steady and, as you said, that first and last month's ride.
When I talked to the moms, when I talked to the moms at the park, one of them is a bartender, and she says it's difficult because nighttime gets a little hard when you have a kid, but she says you make really good money, and like that's a quick way to like get first and last month's run because she can make a lot of money on one night. So I was thinking maybe if I like 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week, and then hopefully that will be good.
And that will, you would slowly save up your money for.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Lenny coming back into Jarvis's life eventually?
I think it will be good for him to have a father figure.
Does he ask about it?
No.
Still a little young.
Still a little young, yeah. I'm just concerned if I move on, what Lenny's reaction is going to be, and like how that's going to all unravel. Again, I just want to cross that bridge when we get to it, because we don't know anything with him right now. I've been trying to talk to his lawyers and everything, but everything's so up in the air and not really concrete.
Oh, good. Do you have any questions for Doris?
Not right now.
Do you feel comfortable being here so far? Like, I hope I have at least answered some questions and maybe given you at least like a direction or a path that you can walk on.
I feel like I have a purpose and I have a goal now, and I just need to get there.
Yes.
So I would definitely like to set up another appointment.
Okay.
Just to hopefully go over more after I read all the brochures and the agency stuff, so when I have more knowledge I can come back with more questions.
Absolutely. And if you do, however, book another appointment, then we can go over the agencies more in depth. And I think actually in here, if you don't mind, the drop-in center, this pamphlet here, it is very close by. That one's in Scarborough, so it's very convenient for yourself. And I know you said you do drive very seldom, but your mom has the car, and you take the bus mostly?
Sometimes.
Okay, so that's what you could also rely on, because I know there's a bus system that goes about, and we would look into getting like subsidized daycare for Jarvis and allowing you to focus also on yourself, because I really think it is important that you maintain those grounding techniques, whether your yoga, your meditation, reading, even just going outside every once in a while and just going for a walk by yourself when your mom's home and things are going smooth with her, and it's like, and she's okay to watch them even just for like a half an hour a day. And I know it's so much easier said than done with having a little one, but I think it would be very like reassuring for yourself and just kind of alleviate some stress that's going on, because I can only imagine how difficult it is being a single mom.
It's hard. And people always, when you're not with the father, they kind of give you oh, you're not with the father?
Yeah, the society, the typical society looking down on, but as I said, we are here to help you 110%, and I just want to, as I said, let you know that I'm here and will be here if you do want to book another appointment. And go for it. Do you have any questions for me or any questions for TJ?
When would the next available appointment be?
You can talk to our receptionist at the front, and you can book an appointment through her, and then TJ may or may not be here, so maybe he can have another list of questions to ask you, but that's, but we'll see how that goes. But so far,
And would you only, you would be my primary?
If you would feel comfortable doing another session with myself, then that's completely fine. You would just let the receptionist know that you prefer to do it with myself. Just mention my name. She will ask you. She'll ask you your name and stuff, and your the social service worker that you were with. And I do have a business card that as I said, I will give to you, and you can take that with you for the future. And then if you do want to book an appointment, or if you do need to call at all.
Okay.
I
think we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have more questions.
Okay.
Do you see yourself coming back here with Lenny eventually? So
I think maybe that might be an option eventually, just because it's really hard for me to talk to him without him taking control of the situation. So maybe if there was a third party to kind of
mediate it.
Yeah, mediate it. That would be really beneficial, just because we do have a son together and we're gonna have to work something out. But he's a little bit harder to get into this.
One step at a time, right? One step at a time, Doris. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, is that all for today? Do you have any other questions?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Okay.